All right, everybody. It is 1 o'clock p.m., and it's time for the Sunday Hangover. Sorry for the jittery chatter. I forgot to turn on the cell modem, but I hope everybody's doing well today. Don't exactly have a hangover, but I still got my Bloody Mary mix with some vodka. I don't even know what football game's actually playing, but I certainly hope everybody else is doing well today. Hey, Lamar, what's up? You up a little bit early? Danny, John Zick, oh boy. I slept like a rock last night. Like a freaking rock, and my left leg was killing me again. But, that's what age comes with. Didn't do anything to it there. Still gonna train today, so that's not gonna change whatsoever. But I think it has more or less to do with the weather. But fortunately, it is a balmy 51 degrees. So in the comments below, tell me what you guys are going to be doing this Sunday. What is the plans of yours? Unless y'all still asleep. Yeah. I was thinking about changing the show till 5 p.m., but then everybody else is already into football, so I may actually switch this to 12 o'clock p.m. So that way that doesn't miss out, although football season's pretty much almost over with. Ah. I need to do one other thing. Here we go. Pop this out, and here we go. Hey, Pug Man, what's up? What's with the long face here? I mean, it's Sunday afternoon there. You upset over something? But of course, yeah. Well, in any event, you should get a Bloody Mary like myself here. Add a little bit of vodka. Make you feel better. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, my left leg was in pain last night there, Pug. I don't know what was going on with it. I think it had something to do with the weather. No beer today. Maybe later on this evening, I'm thinking about going to Mirasaki and having a little bit of sushi. I haven't had sushi in quite some time. Oh, well, wait a minute. That's right. I forgot. Today's Sunday, so it's usually my classic steak and potatoes deal, which I'll probably eat around once I get back from the gym. But yep, folks, this is, of course, no longer going to be playing videos on either my 1 hour shows or anything like that. So All of it's going to be Q&A. The only time we'll do the video reacts be Earl Grey Tuesday and the midnight run. So you guys, y'all just ask me anything while I'm working. Yes, sir. Steak and potatoes. And asparagus, too. Let's not forget about the asparagus. Gotta have the asparagus. In fact, I forgot to cook the asparagus with my breakfast. For breakfast, I kept it light. 2 eggs over easy. Did that perfectly. Yolk all nice and runny and everything. Steel cut oats. A little bit of salt on it. And French press coffee. I kept it simple this time. No home fries or anything like that, you know. Needed something grainy. Ah, boy. I swear, where is everybody else? Everybody's still sleepy. Oh, that's right. 1 p.m. is... See, this is why I should have started this show at 12 p.m. instead. So, let's see who's playing today. Jaguars and Titans. Man, nobody cares. Falcons Saints. That might be good. Panthers are going to get stomped, so... Yeah, a lot of games are playing today. Vikings and Lions, now that one might be a good game. Jets and Patriots might be good. Browns and Bengals will be pretty good. That'll be a good game. Oh, boy. Some of them have already started. So let's go ahead and check the scores, folks. Oh, no, they started way too early, so... Boy, some of y'all a bit quiet for once today. What's up with that there? Like I said, this is a Q&A, folks. So if y'all got a question, just ask me in the chat there. Otherwise, I guess some people are asleep, so yeah, let's go ahead and review a video, you know. And that way everybody will wake up a little bit, including myself. So let's see what we got here. Do, 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 do. This is highly odd. Hey, Cat, what's up? Kind of quiet there. I know I had to reset the modem, so it was probably running slow. He did react? Well, let's see what he had to say. Yeah. System exposed. Now, I've been spending too much time having a little bit of breakfast. I would never do anything that has anything to do with OnlyFans. That's ridiculous. I mean, OnlyFans, I mean, you're basically showing your noodle for less money. If I was going to do porn, I would do an actual porno movie and actually get real money instead of just some sort of independent to where people can toss a couple of dollars at you for showing your noodle and taking it up the ass or pussy or whatever, you know, and stuff. So let's see what he has to say about me.
Aaron P. Donny Tellers, I apologize for sending you Lamar Thompson's channel. Lol, debate maybe. Let me see.
What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Saturday afternoon. It is Sunday afternoon. Reason for the video is a lot of things have been happening with my cousin Vegan Gains. I've not really spoke with him.
Vegan Gains asks for a homosexual collab on OnlyFans with Lamar. Yeah, that was a joke.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't no joke. You know good and well that was not a joke. You don't, like I said, folks, you don't joke about stuff like that.
Obviously.
Ever since that whole 10-year-old girl thing, but lately he's been doing a lot of other stuff, you know, whiling out on his channel. And recently he solicited my buddy Lamar for doing some gay activities on OnlyFans, you know?
He thinks I'm...
Well, here's the thing. The reason why I say it's homosexual activity is if a man asks for another man to do a collab on OnlyFans, which the site focuses on sex, then what do you think you two are going to do, you know? Are you going to shake a magic 8-ball together or something? I mean, that's a homosexual collab, if anything.
Serious?
Actually, people want to know what my opinion was about my cousin. And I'm just going to keep this short. This is just an example of Vegan Gains. He's in serious need of help. It's pretty clear that nicotine... I don't know why he's laughing for, you know. I am right. Stuff that he's taking isn't going to work. And anything else that he's not taking isn't going to work. At this point in time, I don't think he's been seeing a psychologist, or if he's been seeing it, he's not been seeing.
I have a psychiatrist appointment in 10 days, and I've been going to psychotherapy.
If that's the case, then those psychologists need to get their license revoked, having you run around. Obviously, that's not working, you know. Okay, fine, you're seeing a psychologist, but your activities are getting a little bit more nutty than ever. And nothing is more nutty than to go and solicit someone online for a collaboration on a sex site. That's not something you want to joke about. It enough or not regularly. That's just pretty clear, you know. You know, as much as I am disgusted at his previous activities, I mean, come on, man. Asking someone to collab for OnlyFans now, he'll probably go on this live stream and pretend like...
Why does he think I was being serious?
He was joking. No, you weren't joking about that. That's something... Well, because right after you stated the collab, there was nothing... there was no follow-up message that said, just kidding, you know, literally. Or it wasn't even in the message. But, you know, you know good and well you weren't kidding about that. You don't joke about, man.
The fuck?
You don't joke about stuff like that. Wanting to do a collab on OnlyFans. What the heck is wrong with you, Negro? What in the world is wrong with you? You crazy or something? Actually, I think I think my cousin is crazy. I really do.
Well, I am.
He not only needs to take a break from streaming. He only takes a few. He is taking a couple more days now, from what I've noticed. But what I think that's happening is that he just constantly stays behind that computer, whether he's streaming or whether he's gaming.
Actually, what's been happening lately is I've had extreme exhaustion, and I think it's a side effect of the meds I'm taking.
No, the hell it ain't the side effects of medicine. You're just in all day, exhausted. You're 32 years old. At your age, I was running around like the Roadrunner. Meep, meep.
It's really hard for me to get out of bed, and I've basically been sleeping like fucking 15 hours a day, basically.
He needs to step outside, get some fresh air. Maybe do a live stream outside or so forth, you know?
It's fucking cold outside. That's the fuck.
He's complaining it's cold outside and he's 32 years old? I'm 46 years old. I turned 47 in a couple of months. If anything, the cold would bother me more than it would bother him. What is he talking about? It's too cold out there. That's the entire point. When you're out in cold, fresh air, it wakes you up. It makes you feel alive, you know?
Fucking problem. If it was warm, I'd do live streams outside.
I don't know, but whatever the case is, my cousin needs help, and he needs a lot of help. That's all I got to say about that. You guys wanted my opinion about...
All right. Well, that's the opinions of the great one.
It's not an opinion, it's a sad fact. Can y'all imagine, folks? He's 32 years old. He's complaining about... He's having all sorts of broken arms and broken elbows. He's complaining that it's too cold out there. Old people say shit like that. Old people say things like, it's too cold out there. That's the whole point. If you're out in if you go outside in super cold weather, you know, your body's going to react to it, you know? It's going to wake you up. It's going to make you feel refreshed, having all that nice fresh air, you know? And sleeping for 15 hours, I mean, jeez. I'm sorry, I don't know. The only medicines that I would truly know that would cause extreme exhaustion would be cancer meds. I don't think antidepressants would ever cause that. You mean a bathrobe? Yeah, at 1 p.m. I mean, I have my clothes laid out. Typically, before I did the Sunday hangover, I would be in the park walking around. But I'm not, because I'm doing the live stream, so I'm going to stay in my house coat. Once this show is over with, I'm going to put on my clothes. I'm going to get my gym bag. I'm going to walk downtown for a little bit, and then I'm going to hit the gym. Walk in the park for a little bit. You know, get some fresh air, like my fellow cousin should be doing. Hey, Home Business King. Yeah, I loaded up a bunch of new shorts. I'm going to be putting a lot of more shorts on both channels pretty soon. And then I'm going to be putting the same shorts on... I got a TikTok account now, and I'll also be loading it up on Instagram. So just expect my... so I'm going to be loading them up now on 3 different platforms. On my Instagram account, shorts... I'm going to load them up on TikTok, and I'm going to load them up, of course, naturally on YouTube. Well, when I worked at Verizon, I worked in a house coat, too. Unless I had a meeting, at that point in time, I'd have a shirt on, you know. It doesn't really matter there, Darren. I mean, I was able to accomplish my work whether I'm in a bathrobe or not. Well, it's not like someone can see me over the telephone. Some people say that working in regular office clothes at homes makes you work better. That's not true. I think it's more important to be comfortable. And why should it matter to me? When I first started out in the cell phone business in the late 90s, working in telecommunications, I used to have to wear a suit and tie and everything. I wore a suit and tie all the way up till 2007, actually. You know, 4 days a week we had to have a suit and tie. Friday was business casual, you know, but we still couldn't wear jeans. We could wear a polo shirt and dress pants. That was business casual. And when I came back to Verizon, you can then wear regular clothes and freaking flip flops. And then once we moved home, people could wear whatever they want. So it's just amazing. I mean, I'm officially out of the cell phone business. I don't think I'll sign back up for any cell phone company, but it's amazing that when I first started out with cell phones, I was wearing a suit. And at the very end, I'm at home working in a bathrobe like this. It's kind of nuts, really. It really is, now that you think about it. Hey, Tim, what's up? Hey, Ryan, I made it listening at work. Give us some more CO stories, or well, we already went and discussed Vegan Gaines' new gay adventure with Lamar, you know. And no, he was not joking about that. You're supposed to write JK if you're going to write something like that. At no point in time did he ever write afterwards, just kidding, you know. If he wrote that, we wouldn't be having the conversation. His eye surgery's botched, Tim. His eye surgery's botched. You want to hear another CO story? Okay, I'll tell you the story about my buddy Lacey. Now, Lacey, he was pretty much what would be the best way to describe it? Someone that was whiter than the whitest white guy ever, you know. I mean, he was pasty white. He looked like a book nerd, you know, messed up haircut and everything like that. And he talked kind of funny, you know. And he wasn't too big. He probably didn't weigh no more than 170 pounds. But what he lacked as far as size and looks and everything like that, he could really fuck somebody up. I was coming down to intake one time, and Lacey was up there trying to book someone in, and all of a sudden it was booking in, you know, typical drunk. You know, it's midnight. You know, they're going to be bringing people in for DUIs. And all of a sudden, the guy decided he wanted to go fight with Lacey. This was a big guy. He was like almost 300 pounds, you know. I'll tell you right now, the big guy went and hit Lacey. He just shook it off like this here. Next thing you know, he just started just wailing the shit out of him, you know. Even when he was on the ground, he was just, I'm talking some straight MMA stuff. He ended up breaking his arm off of his freaking head. Even when he broke his arm, he was still knocking him. You could see the arm twisted back and everything like that. He was still hitting him. I mean, obviously the big guy had to go to the hospital, you know. At that point in time, I realized that boy is crazy. And once he got finished tearing the living tar out of him, I mean, here his arm is just hanging out like this here. And he's just looking around like his arm ain't even broken or anything like that. I tell you one thing, that man didn't feel, Lacey never felt any pain whatsoever, you know, literally. And the way he beat this person down, I mean, his nose is all busted, teeth is all over the place and stuff. I mean, of course, this is the late 90s, so obviously it you know, if he did that in this day and age, you know, it'd be all over the news, but in the 90s, nah. Don't know what happened to old Lacey here, but Don't know what happened to Big Guy, other than the fact that the last time I seen him, he was moaning and groaning while being put on a stretcher to the hospital. Oh, boy. But he was a nice guy there, really. But, man, if you go and try to push him or something, whoo, boy. The antidepressant makes you drowsy. I don't know what he's on, but sleeping 15 hours, I mean, I don't know of any antidepressants that makes you sleep 15. I don't even know if you're capable of sleeping 15 hours. Is that even possible? Oh no, Tim, I look horrible. I still got crust in my eyes and everything like that. I mean, I woke up, I had breakfast, had one of them little itty bitty cigars, a little cigaretto and stuff. Nothing major because, like I said, I'm going to go walk in the park downtown and I'm going to go to the gym afterwards, I'm not even going to bother watching any of these football games, to be honest with you. I mean, the season pretty much is over. I mean, the only thing left somewhat maybe would be the wild card picks and stuff. I know, he said all of this crazy stuff there, He wasn't kidding about that. And he wonders why his channel is losing subscribers. I mean, my cousin's channel is really losing subscribers, I can show you right here. He hasn't lost any lately. Well, at least you can't tell. The reason being is because, in order for this number to change, he has to lose 1,000 subscribers. But his subscriber list has gone down a great deal. Still getting views at least, but also his view, now that I look at it, his views has gone down a whole bunch too. Yeah, they've gone way down. Yeah, not really doing much here, I would still love to have those views on my channel. I can't get that. Probably most of this is from old videos. You were able to sleep. At no point in time in my life have I been able to sleep 15 hours. The most I've been able to sleep. Well, no, I take that back. The only time that I ever slept that long was when I had German measles. Yes, that's right. I'm one of the few individuals that has had German measles before. All because I was making out with this girl who had German measles. And I was under the false impression that because I was black, it was impossible for me to get German measles, because I wasn't a white person. Well, guess what? I was wrong! Wrong. Turns out I found out the hard way that black people could get German measles. Well, I like New Age society, to be honest with you, Tim. I like having my cell phone, that I don't have to carry around in a bag, Technology's great. I'm able to make money doing social media stuff, whereas 20 years ago I had to sell ebooks and stuff, I think the issue comes at hand is that the newer generation, Gen Alphas, Gen Z, they have no clue as to the basics that created these items here, They know how to use a cell phone, but they don't know how to add and subtract. They don't know how to read. They don't know how to do cursive writing, In other words, they have a house without a foundation. And that's the issue with Gen Z and Gen Alpha. They live in a house with no foundation whatsoever, you know. They can type, but they don't understand the tenets of typing. You know, they can run their phones, they can program and everything like that, but they don't they're if you take away their phone, if you take away all their technology, you know, I mean, you have a talking monkey, you know, literally. And schools are not teaching math and subtract. They're teaching them math, but you know, you got to bring in a calculator along with you. The only time I had to bring in a scientific calculator was whenever I was taking trig. That's trigonometry, folks. So I never got to the point to where I was able to take calculus. But I appreciate the compliments on the channel there, you know. Well, they're beginning to mask back up in New York City. I'm sorry, but COVID's going to be with us for many years. It's the new flu. I mean, I've not gotten any more vaccine. I haven't gotten no more COVID booster shots in about 2 years now. But I still get a flu shot every single year because I've had the flu a few times, and believe me, the flu is horrible. I felt like I was dying. So I get a flu shot every year. I don't know how I don't know how the vid can be racist. But that's going to be with us for the next couple of years. I mean, I think it's been it's been politicized a little too much, you know. Everything seems to get politicized these days, you know. I mean, it's a virus, you know. That's all it is. It's a virus. It's not a Chinese virus. It's just a virus, you know. It doesn't have any origins to it because Corona has been around. Corona was discovered centuries ago, you know. It's just that this strain is pretty bad. Do you think Kali is at a risk of sudden death, as is saying? Oh yeah, his heart's gonna kick out at any point in time. And these are by his words. He's the one that's saying that his heart can kick out at any time. And I mean, did you guys look at his feet? His feet are all swollen and everything. Look, Darren, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. But it's important that you naturally keep up your immune system, vitamins and stuff like that. Did you remember to take your vitamins? You know? I mean, a lot of people that got sick, their immune systems was compromised and they were already in poor health. They were obese or they were old. I mean, yeah. But other people who have never had anything, you know, they just never took care of themselves, you know. But on the other hand, you have people, what was the name of that guy from EAS? He almost died from COVID. And he was in the primo form, so it's kind of a weird disease, actually. He eats more bananas. I don't eat bananas at all. I've not eaten bananas in years. I mean, in fact, I've not eaten a banana in decades. What am I going to do with a banana, you know? I don't even like the taste of bananas because they don't really have much of a taste at all. Now, I mean, the only thing I liked about bananas is banana chips. Dehydrated banana chips. I always liked those. But even that, I've not had that in decades. And when I say decades, I legitimately mean decades. It's just not one of those foods that the reason why I don't buy them or anything like that, I'm sure they're very healthy, but they just go bad very quickly, you know? Bananas just go bad too quickly. I'm not going to keep a food dehydrator neither. Screw that. But yeah, these diseases are here to stay. They are not going anywhere. All right, folks, we got 25 minutes left. Get your questions in. Of course, we got to do the soul poll. Get a little music going. Let's see what we got here. Let's hit it. Yes, indeed. Get your questions in. Or just tell me simply, what are you guys going to do this afternoon? Y'all ain't answered anything just yet. You going to watch football? You going to beat your pecker off? Let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, I'm going to check the news. Let's see what we got. You know, I'm going to stop reading Fox News because every time you click on something now, they want you to put your email in. I'm not giving nobody an email in order to read the news. Screw that. I'll go to another channel. I used to sell spirulina. It has a number of good health benefits. There's not really any supplements for brain health other than to make sure you wear a helmet whenever you're riding a bicycle or motorcycle. But yeah, it has some, spirulina does have some benefits for the nervous system, but specifically for brain health, I don't think there's real supplements for that. I think you're referring to more or less a nervous system, which certainly is certainly connected to the brainstem. But I used to sell spirulina. Blue algae, I never sold that. Spirulina used to be carried through whenever I was a distributor for Vitamin Power. I sold a lot of that stuff. Oh, you gonna be at work all day? That sucks. Hopefully you ain't gotta work too long. Hello, Sadie. Hello, bitch. How's it going? Yeah, it's a nice 50 degrees. I mean, it's still cold out, but still, you know, get that nice brisky weather. to walk around in. I'm gonna like that. I like walking around in cold weather. It's good for the body, folks. You see in the park that's downtown, they got some long steps and some great paths and stuff. And I'm gonna take advantage of it. Then get a hard workout in. Come home, have me a nice steak and potato. May go back out later on, have a little bit of sushi. Although lately I've been conserving money and just staying in, but the thing about it is I have to eat out maybe once every week at least in order to prevent, you know, what do they call it? Food boredom or something? You guys know what I mean. It's always good to eat out once a week, you know, at least. I find that most people eat out too much. I used to eat out way too much when I worked at Verizon because I was always meeting with friends. That's why I was a whole lot fatter whenever I worked at Verizon than I am now. Even when I start back work, you know, I'm not going to fall into that pretense. I'm going to go to work, hit the gym, come home, do the live stream, rock it out, you know, and go to bed, you know. Yeah, we got ducks in the park. We got a lot of ducks because there's a waterfall that comes down. But, you know, honestly, they don't really like us feeding ducks in the park. The ducks got enough food anyway. And you don't want to go up and mess with them. I mean, ducks will bite you. What should I have? What should I do to deal with exposure to allergens from a dryer vent? You'll need to take some sort of leaf. I mean, you could take a leaf blower and blow all that stuff out the house. It really depends on your piping or so forth. Mine's a straight pipe, so if I ever need it, if it ever got clogged up, I would pull out the dryer. And I would just take a blower and just, you know, spray all that stuff out. But you should have an air purifier in your house. I don't know why you're asking me that question, Jebediah. You got 3 of them? Okay, so the only thing you really need to do is, if you're still getting allergies, just check to make sure that the filters don't need to be changed out. But other than that, just pull out the driver and just take a leaf blower and just blow it out. I've never heard of Medify before. I've never heard of that brand. I mean, I got Mocha ones here. Top of the line air purifiers. I mean, but I only got 2 of them. I'll probably get a 3rd one for here, but you know. Nothing wrong with a little butt fun. Ew. Yeah, it's better to buy top quality so that way you don't have to buy it again. It's like my dining room set. Those are solid wood. I got solid wood dining tables and dining chairs. They're gonna last forever. The sofa, I just need to get some Scotch Guard for it. That'll last for a long time. That has that's very high density. Well, the best computer to be made is one that you build yourself, you know. If you want the best computer, build it yourself. That way you can choose and decide what components you want to put in it. I buy eco-waste as far as computers are concerned. Yeah, I got wood stuff from my great-grandparents. Oh yeah, I wanted to buy some long-term stuff that wasn't gonna break or tear up. And I definitely like my dining room set and my my sofa. They were excellent purchases, especially, and I also like my patio furniture. Although I gotta figure out a way to keep away insects. Yeah, I would have gotten something from my grandparents, but most of that stuff was just torn up. Nothing I can do about it. Do I have an audio interface? I do. I'll probably get a soundboard pretty soon. But like I said, you guys are going to start seeing a whole bunch of shorts pretty soon. Especially on the Home Business King channel. I went ahead and loaded the last, last night I went ahead and loaded the last of the pre-made ones. And they seem to be doing pretty good. So I'm going to get the service in full. Trying to get as much stuff done before I start back work. That way I have a system in place. Oh, good deal with the Scarlet. That's good stuff right there. Dang, Bengals are already up 14-0. No score from Panthers and Bucks. Jaguars, Titan 10-7. Jaguars, Falcons 14-7. Okay. Well, 70s porn music, Ryan, is what I was going for. Although I can't see this as being porn music. Can you imagine doing it with this type of music? It'd be kind of weird. Let's see if I can actually find porn music. I'm just curious. Nope. Hello, Jay. What's up? That's nasty, but fortunately we got 10 minutes left, so... Got 10 minutes left. Get your questions in. If you wish to put a donation in, you can, but be sure to smash the like button. I'm going to be out in the park in about 10 minutes, folks. I think I'll shave my head before I leave out. I think that's a good idea. Oh, it is? It's not going to snow anything today here, so... What time does the gym close anyway? 8 o'clock. I should go ask a cigar owner if he wants me to shovel his... Well, do your thing there, you know. Shoveling snow, you get your cardio in, and you make a little bit of money. I think that's a good game plan right there. I used to shovel snow for money when I was growing up. It's a good activity. Would you rather have me use some more proper language in the chat? Because I mean, this thing, YouTube usually edits certain profanity, but that's entirely up to you. I don't control that. Drunk some matcha. Well, in that case, go ahead and shovel out 2 places instead of 1. Shovel out as many as you can while you got that energy. JJJ. Just dumb. No mote. No mote. All right, folks, we got 5 minutes left. Get your questions in. Well, don't shovel the whole neighborhood. Make sure that you get paid first before shoveling. Make sure you get money in advance or some sort of reasonable deal. I used to have some asshole neighbors there. It's like I'd go and shovel it out, and then they'd say F you. But that's the projects. You know how people are sometimes. Oh, that was Jay Masters. I mean, I gave him enough warnings. I mean, how hard is it to say don't don't insult people who donate to the channel, you know? Perhaps. I mean, I give people like 10 warnings. I gave him plenty of warnings. But some people have to go off to the shadow realm. I try not to ban people or anything like that or use a timeout, but gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But enough about him anyway. Got 4 minutes left before I head to the park to jog. Well, I'm not gonna jog, I'm just gonna walk around. Oh yeah, he's banned. He is out. I banned him. He's actually the third person I've ever banned from the channel. In all of about a year or so. I've had Goya red beans before. I didn't really like them. I mean, they're pretty good in chili and everything like that, but, you know, honestly, for chili, I would just rather use good old pinto beans. Yeah, my mom used to say, beans, beans, your favorite fruit. The more you eat, the more you poop. Well, the key to not having gas is you want to take the beans after you cook them. You want to soak them, and before you cook the beans, you want to soak them in water for a bit. Drain the water, and then soak them again. And then drain the water, and then cook them. You'll have less gas that way. That's how you keep from having so much gas from beans. Most people don't soak them in water first before cooking them. They just throw them in a pot and start cooking them. And when you do that, you don't get rid of the fart juice or anything. Well, do you soak them? If you don't soak them, you need to soak them if you're worried about farting. But folks, that is the end of the Sunday Hangover. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me, except for J Masters Relapse. You know, hit the road, Jack. Don't come back no more, no more, no more, no more. But I want to thank everybody else for hanging out. Be sure to tune in Tuesday for Earl Grey Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. And as always, peace and soul.